Now, I know that this is going to come as a surprise to you, but I have to say that this very important sentence: all business is done through people. I know it's surprising, but all business is done through people. So your network of relationships increases your leverage. You know how much I love that word leverage. So the more connections you have, the more leverage you have. And that doesn't just mean for what you want to sell and do in your world. It has to do with how people come to you and want to use what you have in your network as well. So the more connections you have, the larger your database, the more opportunities you have. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And one of the greatest things in marketing that I teach and that I help my clients through is developing that list so that, or connecting to that list, that larger list that's already established, that already has your primary audience in it. And just asking for a simple endorsement from that particular person can change your revenue stream in a day. It can change things in a day. I've done launches where we've made $200,000 in a day. So there are all kinds of things you can do to get connected to other people's networks and other people's databases. The fastest way to market a product or service is to focus exclusively on the owners of databases. Networks for networks, networks for networks, exclusively on the owners of databases, as opposed to building your own customer list. Now, it's all great to build your own customer list because those are your biggest fans, but that's a onesie twosie deal. We do opt-ins where people get a free thing, or they get a free video, or they get a free PDF chapter. I do social media, and, we gain 3 people one day. We gain 1 person in a week. We gain 2 people in a day. So, that's a really slow growth. And we need to make it ramp up and get it really leveraged for you so that you're working at a much faster, bigger level. Okay. So let's start at the very beginning. There are 3 different kinds of people, and you're one of them, whether you know it or not. So Malcolm Gladwell wrote about this in The Tipping Point. This was also back in the 90s, and it was a fabulous book. So he said that there are basically 3 different kinds of people. There are mavens. So if you have your worksheet, we start up here with the 3 types of people. There are mavens, who are information specialists. They're the ones who collect all the information. They love collecting all of the information, and they want to let everybody know that they have this information. Perfect example is me with Best of Laguna Beach. I haven't been paid to do Best of Laguna Beach, but I am the maven of Laguna Beach. People always come to me and ask me, where should we stay? Where should we eat? What do we eat if we want this? If we want this cocktail, if we go here, what do we do? How do we go? Where's the best part? I'm the person that they ask. Okay. Now, can I monetize that? Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to work on that now. But I'm a maven. I just like putting all the information together and having the ability to say, I have the information in this town. The second kind of person is a salesperson. These are the charismatic types. They know everybody. Everyone's attracted to them. Everyone is magnetized to them. They have a high charisma quotient. And so that's your second kind of person. Your third kind of person is your connector. These are what we call people specialists. And I'm going to get into more details about them in a minute. But connectors are really the ones who are creating the largest databases of all. Now, mavens, people like me, I have 100,000 followers, 50,000 people in my email list for that world. And okay, so if people wanted to use my products and services, they should be asking me to use my products and services because I've got this big audience that likes these things that people in Laguna Beach, around Laguna Beach, who like Laguna Beach like. Okay. Salespeople, sometimes they can have a giant list. They can have a giant list that they use on the computer, all that sort of thing. The connectors, though, are the innate talents. They're the ones who just know how to connect with people and how to use those connections to their benefit. So let's get to that in just a second. But the bottom line is, no matter what you think you may be, whether you think you're a maven or a salesperson or a connector, somehow we're all built to share our intangible talents and gifts with each other. That's what makes the world go round. So even if you don't think you're a natural connector, you're still sharing intangible gifts and making the world go round. And that's all that matters. So what does this have to do with the price of tea in China, right? In business, you build your network. Thus, You get ahead by helping other people get what they want by sharing what you do best. Okay, let me say that again. In business, you build your network. Thus, you get ahead by helping other people get what they want by sharing what you do best. All right. This is the only reason that you're in business. So we might as well make it work for you. Earl Nightingale actually had a great quote about this in Lead the Field. He says, "No one can become rich without enriching others. Anyone who adds to the prosperity of another person must prosper in turn." All right. We all know this. This is the law of reciprocity. This is the way the universal law works.